Wagwan, everybody. Suzette Speaks live. I'm so happy to see you. Happy Friday. Shout out to those watching live. I see you already in the comments. If you're team replay, what's up? You guys know I'm on the radio every Thursday, Friday, and I'm broadcasting live. So make sure you tune in or hit the like button and share. We're about to get started. This is my special guest. Hold on. This is my special guest for the day, Attorney Melissa Wilson. We were talking about the Biden new immigration policy, among other things. She's a well-versed, well-rounded legal professional. So we're going to have a little fun on this fun Friday. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm also going to give you guys a call-in number if this will cooperate. All right. Let me just put the call-in number up there. That's not the one I want. Let me see. Come on. Want to be my friend today? 1 second. I should not have touched this, of course. Let me put I want to put the phone number up. Here we go. But I want to take off that other banner. Let me see. Here we go. All right. We're going to get started now. Here we go. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to the people out here. How are we doing? And Suzette Speaks live on your radio. I'm so happy that you're joining me today. I have a fantastic, fabulous, just outstanding lady friend and lawyer with me today. We go way back, y'all, and we're going to be talking about the Biden immigration policy. Oftentimes we see the news headlines, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, it was big earlier this week, announced that President Joe Biden is now capping the amount of people that can seek asylum at the border. And it was a little bit of a media frenzy. People were feeling some type of way. What does that mean for you? What does that mean for your family members? As we are a Caribbean American based station, we wanted to bring this to you to inform you, to uplift you, and to make sure you know the latest on what's going on. So we have a fantastic attorney and founder of the Integrity Legal Group. And she's going to enlighten us on what this new policy means. If you're watching online, shout out to you, all of my YouTube people. Shout out to the people watching on Facebook. If you're listening, tell a friend to tell a friend. Suzette Speaks is on your radio. And I want her to really enlighten us, because sometimes we get a lot of headlines, but we don't really know what's happening. We don't know what's fact. We don't know what's fiction. So we want to make sure today we clear it up with none other than attorney Melissa Wilson. Welcome for the first time on the Suzette Speaks Show. You're going to hear a lot of her this month. How are you, Melissa?
I'm doing well, thank you. Thank you for inviting me on the show.
Absolutely. I'm so excited that you're here, and we got a lot to cover. So first and foremost, introduce yourself to the people.
Hi, my name is Melissa Wilson, attorney and managing attorney at Integrity Legal PA. Currently, I'm here on the Suzette Speaks show, and it's full circle for me because
we've known each other a while. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about that. I've known Suzette since I believe about 2013.
That's crazy, yeah.
Yeah, and we both were working at
a law firm. Yeah.
That's how we met, and now we're full circle in her.
And since then, gone to law school, graduated, do your thing, open your firm, girl. Absolutely. Proud of you, and I'm grateful that, again, attorney Melissa Wilson is here. If you do have a specific immigration, since we're going to be talking about immigration problem, it's best that you do call her specifically for your circumstances. What we're going to be doing is giving general information for educational purposes today, but do not take this as legal advice. Every case is different. Every person and their circumstances are very specific. So if you have a specific, listen how many times I said specific, when you have an issue, you must call her so she can give you a consultation one-on-one. So we are going to, again, discuss this for educational purposes. But again, don't take what we're saying as legal advice. We are just talking about it for educational purposes. All right. So what did Biden do? And are you mad with Biden? Are you happy with Biden? How did you feel when you saw the headlines earlier this week?
Well, I had to just, I'm a person that likes to go to the horse's mouth, right? Mm-hmm. So I didn't really react until I started to review the policy itself. I encourage anyone who is interested in reviewing the actual policy to go to whitehouse.gov, where you get the actual proclamation and also the fact sheet that will help you to understand this, and Obviously, like we said, this is not legal advice, just information.
Right.
But yes, it is a damper on the immigration process, especially for those who are filing for asylum. In particular, it really is going to change
it's going to stop a lot of people because there's now a cap. So, all right. So she came with her paperwork, y'all. She was really prepared for this discussion. And again, this is just a discussion. If you want to call in, 850-446-0562, get you right in touch. 850-446-0562. Suzette speaks alongside attorney Melissa Wilson from Integrity Legal PA. Main office is Sunrise. So as she talks about it today and educates us, we're grateful. And I'm gonna have her back because I already know a lot of legal topics are coming at us very quickly. So she will be a regular guest, especially now that I know I can call her and she'll show up for me and for you, our listening audience. So first and foremost, what did the proclamation say? What did the Biden administration do?
Okay, so currently the proclamation is trying to limit the amount of people who can file for asylum if they entered the country illegally. So let's start there. So this pertains to people who entered the country illegally. Now, if you entered on some sort of visa, some sort of port, that is different from what this is talking about. This is strictly for people who have crossed the border or entered the waterways and has no legal access or grounds to be here.
So let's be clear, all right? So these are the people with just come. Them never get no visa. Them never got immigration and get called up and number and all of that. This is really people, and I don't like to say that people are illegal, but people with illegal status according to the law, right? People are not aliens. People are not illegal. People could never be illegal, but they can enter a country illegally. All we know somebody. Come on, people. All we know somebody with those kind of come. So if you are one of those people or you know somebody, listen up, because this is what has changed. So this is for a person that didn't get permission to come. They just came.
Absolutely.
So now what happened? They decreased the number or what? What did they do?
So yes, so it's not completely barring asylum applications for people who come through the border. It's limiting. So what he's saying is that since 2023, the numbers have drastically, especially with the increase in asylum, right? So we have a long list of people who can apply for asylum: Haiti, Nicaragua. There's a whole Venezuela, to name a few.
Right.
But there's like a long list of people who can qualify if they enter legally to apply for asylum within 1 year. So this is changing that cap amount.
All right. So people who are coming without permission, right? They will have therefore a legal status. Now we're throwing around that again. We're both attorneys, but again, this is for discussion and educational purposes only. If you have a specific question regarding an immigration issue, you should call. And the number here at the station, 850-446-0562. You could ask live on the radio today, or tell us how to get in touch with your firm, Integrity Legal.
Absolutely. You can get in touch with me via my business phone number, which is 954-317-9934. Again, 954-317-9934. And you also can visit my website at www.integritylegalfl, like Florida, fl.com.
Awesome. So to get your specific answer, you have to call and make sure you have an attorney review your case, right? So this is, again, discussion purposes, educational purposes. So how many people were allowed before this week Biden changed up the policy, and how many people are allowed in now who come without permission?
So currently they want to get the numbers of daily incoming influx at 1,500. And right now it's exceeding like 3,000.
That's what I heard.
So it's not a complete ban. So I want to just clarify that. It's not a complete ban. Is it a huge impact on the people's lives? Yes. But do remember, okay, there are other sources of immigrating, even if you are not. This is only strictly for asylum. So there are other ways and avenues to become a permanent resident. So
define the terms, because again, as attorneys, we tend to kind of sometimes speak above people's general understanding, and we hear this asylum, seek asylum. What is asylum? Can you give us a kind of definition of what that means?
So asylum is generally people who are being persecuted or people that are having trouble in their country, right?
Yes.
So usually it's for political reasons. So if they have like a regime like Nicaragua, for example, if they have a dictatorship, there are different reasons why the country allows people to grant asylum to different countries.
Let me back you up. So you have some sort of political prosecution because one time, and this is something I guess that is a sore spot for we who grew up in South Florida. I'm going to talk about the Haiti disparity, right? Because shout out to my Zoes, shout out to my Haitians listening. One Caribbean, one love. No, Haitians can seek asylum. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Now that should have been that way. This is Suzette's opinion from Dia Watt.
Absolutely,
Because
especially with
me,
the Cubans went foot
oh God, don't get me
policy.
started. Don't get me started.
Definitely was a large disparity for over 20
So, all right,
years.
make we educate the young people. Them, 'cause people don't know our history apparently. So, guess what happened, guys? So, back I'm talking about like this is what 80s, 90s when we were younger. There was a disparity, a difference in the policy towards different people coming to the United States under this asylum rule, depending on what country they came from. And the biggest disparity, and you have people like shout out to Congresswoman Frederica Wilson, among many others, that rang the alarm to say, why is there a difference between people coming to the United States from Haiti and from Cuba? First time under Clinton, Cuba, and those seeking asylum from the Castro regime, they had this thing called wet foot, dry foot, where if you touch land, if you made it by boat, them the time that Cuba just empty out the jail them and I send the people them coming up. Mariel boat lift. Look it up. Mary, we're doing history here, y'all. Mariel boat lift. Okay? And them say, all right. Since everybody who can make it to dry land over there to the United States gonna stay, good luck with this. And they sent everybody. And when they came, they got government assistance, they got government benefits and legal status, right? No immigration call, no what you could say formal process of bringing them into the country. It was a if you made it and you were Cuban, you were given asylum.
Absolutely.
On the other hand, our Haitian brothers and sisters suffered,
Absolutely,
because they never got the wet foot benefit, dry foot benefit. No matter if they made it to land. I don't remember the 80s and 90s. But if they made it to land here in South Florida, it didn't matter. They were being sent back. Sent back to a country in disrepair. Remember, before earthquake, earthquake is 2008, 9. I never see such tumultuous political climate where people were being prosecuted. I sat in immigration courses and in courtrooms just to hear the asylum cases, and the judges' hands were tied because of that policy.
Absolutely.
They could have thought there was a viable threat to the person's life if they went back to their country, but then instead there was this kind of blanket talk of economic refugee. The Haitians are economic refugees, not political ones. That was what they were saying.
They were trying to divide the political line because the Haitian regime disguised themselves as democracy, right? So they were using that to their benefit to cause disparity between Haitians and Cubans, in my opinion.
Listen, all my Haitians are listening. If you want to add your 2 cents, 850-446-0562, get you right in touch, 850-446-0562. If you remember those days, Lord God, it still boils my blood to think about those decades of what was to me a disparity without a difference.
Absolutely.
However, I'm not a policymaker. This is my government. Thank you that my taxpayer money go to and say, all right, Haitians hold one corner. We have to send on the back. And the Cubans came over here living large. I'm not mad. I love my Cuban brothers and sisters too.
Absolutely.
However, many felt that it was a racially motivated difference disguised as a one being political, one being economic. Okay, just had to give some of the young people some context about why we're talking about how important immigration policy is, because once again, our Haitian brothers and sisters are facing political upheaval. We're not going to get into how the United States play those roles. Oh my gosh. One of the things say Haiti CSR just by accident. One of the things say Haiti just, oh wow, Haiti just can't get it together. There has been so much intervention in Haiti. So much unnecessary intervention in Haiti. Haiti is rich in resources. I bet you don't know that. People want to take over and run Haiti. Not this in this I don't know, Lord, let me before I get in trouble. There are many people who would like to run Haiti. Let's put it like that. So we are going to get into the Biden's administration change. Oh, we have a caller. Shout out to my first caller. Listen, Melissa, we are starting pot today. 850-446-0562, 850-0446. Get you right in touch. Shout out to the YouTube crew. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from? Ma- mm, 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 mm. No way. Mm-mm. Wow. Mm, mm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm, mm. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Listen, wow. Thank you, Mike, for that testimony. I'm sorry that you went through that. I'm sorry that you had to experience that. Let me get Attorney Melissa Wilson, Integrity Legal PA. Today, we're talking about the Biden administration's change in immigration policy. We're going back a little bit to come forward. We want to revisit the history of immigration as it pertains to our brothers and sisters here in South Florida, our Cuban American brothers, our Haitian American brothers, what it was, what it wasn't. And Mike just gave a harrowing account of visiting the port with his brother, not having ID, and this is in the 90s and times gone by, and people, authorities questioning him, are you legal? And following him back to his house, let's go, let's remember the times. Yes. And asking him for a proper ID and wanting to see where he lived to make sure he wasn't, quote unquote, an illegal Haitian. And again, this was, I think, one of the darkest periods of our immigration policy. Absolutely. In the United States of America because of this big difference between how Haitian Americans were treated and Haitian refugees were treated and Cuban refugees were treated. And so here we are now. If you don't know, we have over 700,000 Haitians now living in the United States. 731,000, I believe, is the last number I saw, with half a million, 500,000 in Florida. Wow. So when we talk about political power and why this matters, immigration policy really does affect us here on the ground because what happens in Haiti affects South Florida. What happens in Cuba affects South Florida. Venezuela, our brothers and sisters coming through Central America. All of this affects South Florida because this is normally that big old nice pretty beach and coastline where we have them boats pulling up. Let's go. And they have been for years. So now we're talking about what President Biden has put forward. And Attorney Melissa Wilson from Integrity Legal PA is doing some work today and talking about the current policy. So as she talked about the number of people who can seek asylum, meaning they're being persecuted in where the country that they're from, their country of origin, they have to get up and leave. There's no time, according to most of the petitions. I am in danger of my life. I have to leave, and they are seeking a temporary refuge in this country. That's normally what asylum means. Absolutely. So Biden has now said, what now? Tell the people just joining Suzette Speak Show live with Attorney Melissa Wilson. So the policy changed now. has decreased the amount of asylum seekers per week
Yes.
to how many people know?
1,500. So it was unlimited before. Now it's down to 1,500. So, like I said before, I really encourage anybody that's very interested in this policy not to just watch your local news or a news. Look it up for yourself. It's on whitehouse.gov. Really encourage you guys to look at the actual policy, the actual proclamation, and make a determination for yourself instead of having news media only
Scare you.
scare you.
Again, so again, if you have a specific case, we're giving general information today for educational purposes and for discussion purposes. But if you have an immigration issue, Melissa Wilson, attorney at law and founder of Integrity Legal PA, is somebody that you can call if you so choose. If you're looking for somebody, you cover more than immigration in your practice. Tell us
Yes.
about your practice areas.
Okay, so my practice areas are varied. I do foreclosure defense, I do wills and trusts and probate, I do family law. Those are my main areas of practice. I do real estate. So just give me a call and see if I can help you with any of your needs, your legal needs.
I appreciate her being here. Attorney Melissa Wilson, Integrity Legal PA, doing work today, breaking down the new Biden administration immigration policy, y'all. There is so much that we can explore, but we're going to take it bit by bit what we should know and what is truth versus what is myth. And we have to be sure in our communities we are educated. If you guys have not re-registered for vote by mail, let me just bring that up right now too, because if you don't know, the laws in Florida change where people who were once registered for their vote by mail got wiped off of the voter rolls, and you have to request it now each and every year. Before it used to roll over to two different elections, not anymore. They take off hundreds of thousands of people off the vote by mail rolls. So we want you to make sure you check your status. You can go straight to your supervisor of elections website. You can go to everybodyvotes.com. You could go to several websites are there for you to re-register and request your what they call absentee ballot, or you can basically vote by mail. Vote at home, basically. And we know that people who request those oftentimes are much more consistent with their voting. So this is a big election year, y'all, 2024. So much is at stake. I was just watching all of the coverage about D-Day.
Yes.
And the bravery of the American soldiers who stormed the beaches at Normandy to help fight tyranny and fascists and the Nazis. Baby, this is our fight right now. Suzette Speaks Show Live. Don't go anywhere. Much more right after this. Guys, I'm taking it over to Instagram. Thank you so much for watching More with Melissa Wilson. Thank you to my YouTube crew. I like to split it up, a little bit of Instagram, a little bit of YouTube. All right, so I'll see you guys. Thank you, Facebook as well. All right, come follow me on Insta. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.